He says, well, I'm Eric Greitens, the governor of the state of Missouri. I said, oh my God.
She was sentenced to life in prison and then given a second chance. Verdia Miller spent nearly 40 years behind bars. Tonight, she walks free. But Miller says she's discovered a world that's changed since she was locked away. News 4's Chris Naga shows us how she's adjusting to a new life in Florida, far from the scene of the crime.
On a suburban block near the Florida coastline, former Missouri prison inmate Verdia Miller answers the door. Hi, Verdia.
Hi, praise the Lord.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
It's been a while. It's good to see you again.
Come on in.
This ranch home in sunny Melbourne, Florida is home after spending much of her adult life behind bars. Her most recent address, the Chillicothe Women's Correctional Center, 1,200 miles away.
36 years, 5 months, and 1 day.
That's how long she was locked up, originally sentenced to life in 1982 following a crime in the late 1970s. Verdia was with Eddie Jackson.
I heard another shot.
When Jackson opened fire and killed a man named Larry Dean Smiddy. On the day the murder occurred, did you know that was going to occur?
No. Because if I wouldn't have any reason I liked the guy.
But she was convicted of capital murder, an accomplice to the crime. In St. Louis,
these are just a portion of the files.
John Ammon at SLU Law works with a clemency coalition, a group working to get aging prisoners like Verdia released.
Very rapidly, the state of Missouri Department of Corrections is becoming the biggest nursing home operator in the state.
Ammon pled Verdia's case to Governor Eric Greitens. On his final day in office, Greitens called her in prison.
He says, well, I'm Eric Greitens, the governor of the state of Missouri. I said, oh my God.
What came next? An answer to a prayer.
I hereby grant to Verdia Lee Miller a commutation of her sentence of life in prison to time served.
In 2018, her sentence was commuted.
It's a blessing to be free.
The first time I met Verdia, she was just out of prison, staying with a friend in southwest Missouri. But I wanted to know, what happens to someone in the year after they are released from a life sentence? So we took a ride. You were telling me about the place you wanted to go the most when you got out of prison.
I thought about Burger Kings and...
Why was that your favorite?
Because of those Whoppers.
See that?
Burger Kings.
Let's go to Burger King. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Just walking into a fast food restaurant brings overwhelming joy and options she did not have for decades. How's that taste?
It's the best. It is the best.
But it goes way beyond Burger King. It's about relearning the entire world around you. You were in a Missouri prison for nearly 4 decades. Did you think you would ever see this again?
No.
For Verdia, it's surreal. After staring at concrete and bars for years, a day like this seemed unimaginable.
This is a beautiful world. It's beautiful. I just like to soak it all in.
But Verdia didn't choose Florida because of the beach. Today she lives with her daughter, who welcomed her back with open arms.
That's my mom. God said, take care of your parents. So I'm gonna take care of my mom.
But the reunion is not perfect. Verdia's other daughter died while she was in prison. She was not allowed to attend the funeral.
It was very hard and I felt less than a mother, because if I hadn't messed up, been around where I wasn't supposed to be, I would have been there.
These cases are about mercy.
Ammon understands his mission might upset some victims of crime, but he explains why cases like Verdia's and others are worth it.
There is a certain leap of faith that you have to make to say, yes, this person did something terrible, but 35 years is enough. What do Missouri taxpayers gain by locking somebody up for the 36th year? We should be spending our time looking to incarcerate the people who are killing the children on the streets of the city of St. Louis, and not spending time and resources incarcerating 75-year-old women who are not going to offend if they get out.
For Verdia, she wants to spend her remaining years making up for lost time. She has no plans to see the inside of a prison ever again. Everything around her is a reminder of what she's missed.
The ways are free, just like I'm free, you know. I'm free to see all this now. You know, don't have to look on TV. I'm here in person watching this. And that's something that I won't forget.
Verdia was one of 2 women that received a commuted sentence from Governor Greitens. Ammon's group is now petitioning Governor Parson on behalf of nearly a dozen others. I asked Governor Parson's spokesperson if he's considering those requests, and here's what I got. We are currently finding ways to manage and organize the backlog of requests from previous administrations. Until we can start looking at those files, we can't comment on whether the governor will be granting any pardons or clemencies. So, what do you think? Should the governor consider more cases like Verdia's? Find me on Twitter or my KMOV Facebook page. Chris Nagus, News 4 Investigates.